Disclaimer, in this video, we are talking about putting D's into P's and V's and words that are of mature language. And also if talking about the three-lettered word SDX makes you uncomfortable, or you know me personally and you don't want to know about my sex life, now is the time for you to move on with your life. There are other videos that you can check out. This is not the one for you. Now that that has been said, let's keep going. Hey Glowy Squad, welcome back to 70 Pounds of Life, my weight loss journey. If you're new here, I've lost 115 pounds and my entire weight loss journey has been documented from day one right here on YouTube. I do offer one-on-one weight loss coaching online. I'm a certified personal trainer and a weight loss specialist. So if you are looking to get accountability, help, guidance, and a plan to lose weight, I'm your girl. I can help you do that. The link is down below. Check it out. I've been kind of nervous to film this, but I know other people are going through the same things that I'm going through in life, and I know this is really one of the #1 questions I get asked on social media. So let's freaking talk about it. Let's talk about sex. When I was 260 pounds, what was my experience like with sex? That's what we're first going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about what it's like now that I've lost weight. And then I'm going to go in and talk about what it's like with loose skin. So when I was 260 pounds, my sex life was not really existent. I had to have the lights off. I had to be underneath the blankets. And one of my biggest insecurities, and not even when while actually having sex, but even if I was just laying down next to my partner, if they were to roll over and put their arm around my waist and touch my stomach, I would get so uncomfortable. And I cringe even thinking about how it would make me feel, but I would always find a reason to move their hand or intercept them before they could actually feel my fat on my stomach. And I'm sure in their head, they were they didn't even care. But let me get back on track. So when I was overweight, I did not have any sex drive, really. I mean, I did maybe in the beginning of my relationship, yeah, I wanted to, but it got old real quick because I just never really enjoyed the experience. I really hope none of my exes are gonna watch this. When I was overweight, I never experienced an orgasm. I pretended like I did so it could be over. I really hope none of I'm sorry if my exes are watching this. I pretended to have orgasms because I wanted it to be over sooner because I was so uncomfortable, and it's not that I wasn't attracted to these individuals. I just wasn't into it. I didn't feel sexy. I didn't feel confident. And I wanted it to be over. Comment if you can relate. Please tell me I'm not the only person. Wow, I just admitted to faking orgasms on the internet. My stamina was not great, so me being on top, that's a lot of work, especially for a short girl, 5'2", carrying 260 pounds. It was a lot. I felt like I was going to crush people. I felt like I was too heavy. And the only position that I really felt comfortable in was maybe missionary or doggy, because I didn't have to do any work. I could just lay there, they could do their thing. And then I'm to the point where I'm okay, this is getting uncomfortable, hurry up and finish. And then they wanted me to finish and I'd be yeah, I did it. But to say the least, it was very rare for me to have sex. My experience with sex as a bigger girl when I was 260 pounds, I was 26 years old and I had only had 2 sexual partners. So my experience was not very big. I didn't have a lot of experience with sex. And sex to me was just something that was very uncomfortable, that made me very self-conscious, that I was very much oh, what is this person thinking? Or they're probably thinking about other smaller women right now. That's honestly what was going through my head when I was bigger. And I feel like I wasted my 20s. Let's be honest, guys. If you are plus size, it's no secret that you're plus size, okay? So if you have somebody who is into you and digging you, or you're in a relationship, they already know that you are overweight and that you have fat. It's no secret. So they still want to sleep with you, knowing that. Now, you are being a cockblock. Can I say that? I don't know, you're being a cock yourself, and you're probably turning them off by being so insecure. Looking back, I wish that I just would have been more confident in myself, accepted my body more for what it was, but it's all in hindsight. The only thing I can do is share my experience with other people. So if you are currently overweight and you are having a lot of issues with like being intimate with people and sex drive and confidence, just take what I'm saying and think about it. Like, think about it. Don't waste time being in your head when there's somebody right there who does want to do those things with you. And if you have a partner who is saying things about your body, boy, bye. Seriously, boy, bye. Because you can and will find somebody who is not going to put that insecurity into your head. So your partner should not make you feel insecure at all. That is a huge red flag for me. And if you're going through that, I am so sorry, and you need to get out of that situation. So here's one of the big questions that everybody wants to know. How is my sex life different now compared to when I was bigger? So the difference is night and day. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys like, oh, it's better because I like love myself more now. No, it is better now because I am physically able to do things that I wasn't able to do before. So I don't just have to like lay there anymore. I'm able to like be involved in what's going on more and not get like super tired and be like, okay, I'm done, like tap out after a few seconds. So yes, because I have lost weight, my sex life is better, but I do also have to say this, just because I've lost 115 pounds does not mean that I have the perfect body. I absolutely have loose skin. And I know a lot of people, when they lose weight, they have loose skin, and that is a huge insecurity for them. And they're so frustrated because they're like, when I was bigger, like I wanted to be able to be comfortable, and I've lost the weight and I should be comfortable now, but I'm just as insecure now as I was then because I have loose skin. I thankfully have been able to like really work on body positivity and self-love and negative self-talk, and I've gone through such a great mindset shift that I feel confident in my body now, even with my loose skin. So yes, my sex life is better now because I've actually physically lost weight, but I feel like it's even better now because I'm on this like new plane when it comes to like my mindset, and I've like reached a much fuller potential about how I think about myself, right? And also maybe a part of that is because now that I am older, I'm 31 years old, I look at sex differently and I look at my experiences differently. And I know that I wasted so much time in my 20s, like I mentioned before, being insecure, that I'm like, no girl, we've lost this weight. You need to be confident in yourself. Like, no more wasting time. Do not let your insecurities stop you from getting pleasure and doing things that you want to do. So maybe it's also because I've learned that while growing older in age, and also just my life experiences. My stamina in the bedroom has definitely improved. I'm able to do different things that I was not able to do before. It's not just one position that goes down nowadays. Like, there's multiple positions, and I like being I wouldn't say creative. Well, yeah, maybe maybe sometimes I do get a little creative, but I like trying new things because I have this new body now, and I'm like, oh, try this, and I want to try that. So I am much more apt to explore, if that makes any sense. And I don't have the actual like physical weight stopping me from being able to be creative and do different things. And also I don't have those like negative self-talk thoughts and negative like criticisms of myself keeping me from trying new things. What is it like having loose skin while being intimate? Don't get me wrong, I try to be as confident as possible, but I still do have the negative self-talk that creeps into my head. So my loose skin, it hangs down in certain positions and it swings, right, when certain motions are happening. And sometimes it claps. I'm like, wow, we have an applause. Sometimes it slaps in certain positions, and that is my number one insecurity with my loose skin. I do not want my body clapping when it shouldn't be clapping, okay? So, and honestly, whenever I do start to hear that like clapping sound, I'll kind of like shift into a different position. That's the only thing that really bothers me about having loose skin while being intimate. And one thing that I always do when I meet somebody new and I get, well, actually, like right away, even on Tinder, like I would let people know, like, I've lost 115 pounds, and a part of that is loose skin. Or even on the first date with the person that I'm dating right now, on our very first date, I made sure that he knew, like, I have lost 115 pounds, and a part of that is having loose skin. And I kind of just like throw it all on the table. And I feel like in past situations on like dating with like Tinder and stuff, I've been too aggressive with it. Like, here it is, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I feel like if you don't like loose skin and that is something that bothers you, I am too, this may sound conceited, but I am good looking. I have a good head on my shoulders. My mindset is right. Like, I've built my own business. Like, I have a lot to offer. And so if loose skin is not your cup of tea, that's fine. That's cool. Next, moving on, right? Because we like what we like and we dislike what we dislike. So I'm not going to try and convince somebody like, oh, but I'm such a great person. Like, if you could just look past this loose skin, like, no, I'm sorry. And if that's going to be something that bothers you, I want to know right away before I get too invested or I even waste any time with you, because there are other people who would want all of this. And I want to be 100% comfortable in my relationship. I want whoever I'm with to be totally into me with my loose skin or without my loose skin if I decide to have surgery one day. So I am very, very honest up front, and I put that out there. So there are definitely times that I do get insecure during sex, even now. But what the difference is between now and then is that I don't allow myself to stay in that thought process. So if I notice that I'm thinking like, oh, I probably look really bad in this position, or like my loose skin, probably he can see it right here, or he can feel it, I remind myself like, no, this person is into me. They dig me. They have seen this loose skin before, and they're still into me. So why am I going to diminish the good time? Why am I going to cock block myself when this person's into me and I should be enjoying it? And so what? Nobody is perfect. And honestly, let me tell you this. Everybody, every single person in this world has insecurities. So while I'm sitting there thinking about my insecurities, they might be sitting there thinking about their own insecurities, right? And when I think about that, I do not want my partner to feel insecure. I want them to feel 100% comfortable with me, just like I want to be able to feel 100% comfortable with them. So that's what I tell myself when I get into that mindset. Like, you're wasting your time, you're blocking yourself, just enjoy it. If they don't like it, they can go somewhere else. And that's honestly how I feel about it. And by them going somewhere else, I'll tell you this, I know that I can be happy being single. I've done it before. I enjoy being single. And also I can find somebody who does enjoy what I have to offer. And also I think about this. If I were with a partner and they were insecure about their body and they would always want the lights turned off, or they'd be like running to jump in bed, that would be a turnoff for me. Like, bro, I'm here because I'm into you. Like, you're not going to scare me away. Like, I'm already here. I'm into you. I'm invested. I want to have sex with you. I want to do this with you. So by them like hiding their body or being really insecure or like putting limits on sex, because that's what I used to do a lot when I was bigger, is I would put limits. Like, it was a very strict time. This is a very strict time. I was very strict about where I could be touched, where I couldn't be touched. Don't touch me here. Do this, do that. So if somebody were to be putting limits on me, like when it came to sex like that, I would be turned off and it wouldn't be as enjoyable. I've never had any complaints about my loose skin with past partners. In fact, one of the things that my current person that I'm dating right now is, they say that they love my confidence and they love that I don't hide and I don't let my loose skin come between us and having a good time in the bedroom. So that just goes to show that confidence is where it's at. So even if you're not feeling confident, do some positive self-talk and live your best life. And if it's something that's really bothering you, like I said before, you should feel 100% comfortable with your partner. And if something is really bothering you and you're really having a hard time with it, then talk to your partner about it and be like, you know what, babe, I'm really having a hard time. I feel like maybe my body doesn't look the best when we're having intimacy time. And maybe all you need to hear is reassurance from them, like, no, babe, you look bomb. Like I'm not even thinking about that, because we build it up in our head about what other people are thinking so much that we don't realize that the only person with the issue is us. So if you're really having a hard time with something about like security and whatnot, you should feel comfortable to talk to your partner and to get feedback from them and reassurance. After writing out like key points that I wanted to talk in this video about, I realized maybe I should have done a video before this that was about like dating before and after weight loss and the difference and like Tinder and all of that. So if you guys want to see me do a video about that, like how attention has changed from the opposite sex now and what it's like to date on Tinder after losing a lot of weight and just how I navigate all of that, let me know down in the comments and I can absolutely do a video about that. That's all that I have for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave me comments down below. That is the best way that you can help any creator, is by leaving a comment, liking, and subscribing. So if you're new here and you watch this whole video, you might as well subscribe, like you already did it. I made this video for you for free, so help a girl out. Hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, I hope you're all doing well on your weight loss and fitness journeys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys. Oh, snap. Don't forget, I always say this. You hold the power in your hands to make any changes in your life. Bye, guys.